many moons ago, about 40 odd years ago, when I was a young teenager. I was contemplating bringing the wife's Forester down this track just to do a comparison. I think Teresa might kill me by the time I give it back to her. G'day guys, and welcome to another episode of WASOLO. Today I find myself down in the southwest of Western Australia, in particular the Wellington Dam National Park region, or I think it's just called the Wellington National Park. And I am tackling a track that a few people have done before. I've never done it on my own. I would class it as a beginner's track. But there are some pretty spectacular spots along this track that I would like to show you, and of course it is Leonard's four-wheel drive track. So never done this on my own before, have done it with the crew, so I just thought I'd come down and include it as an episode of WASOLO, just to show you guys how spectacular it can be. Now it is a seasonal track, so there is a gate there, which in winter around May it closes and it opens up around October. It is a one-way track and it runs just off of River Road in the Wellington Dam area. So there is the sign. It says not suitable for SUV or all-wheel drive vehicles. To do this track, probably need four-wheel drive and need a little bit of clearance and some decent tyres. But apart from that, you don't need a highly modified four-wheel drive. As I said, to me, I would class this as a beginner's track. So yeah, come along for the ride and I'll show you some of the spots I was talking about. And then later on, we'll go find a nice little campsite and I'm going to cook up another one of the world's iconic burgers for you in my, what do I call them? Camp burger cook-ups. So there you go. All right guys, just going to drop some air out of that thing and yeah, then we'll go that way. All right, cheers. Okay, so underway now on the track, all aired down as you saw. I've just gone down to 28 psi all the way around, but there's nothing on this track that's going to get me into trouble tyre pressure wise. It's more to protect the track, as I tell a lot of people, and also to protect the tyres because there is a lot of rocks on this track, so possibly a few sharp edges to go over, and it's always best that your tyres are down just that little bit, just to help protect them and stop you from doing a tyre. Because the last thing you want to do while you're down in such a spectacular place is change a tyre or plug one. So anyhow, we'll keep carrying on and shouldn't be too far away to the first little spectacular spot that I want to show you. So if you don't see anything before then, I'll see you there. All right. one of those spots I was telling you about. It's only about a kilometre or so down the track, and it's a beautiful little swimming hole. It is really, really deep just there, so perfect place to have a swim. But it's just so peaceful and beautiful. Now, many moons ago, about 40 odd years ago, when I was a young teenager, I used to come down along here with my siblings and their friends on long weekends, and we used to camp along the river here. There used to be campsites strewn all along the banks of this is the Collie River. And yeah, it's just unfortunate it's got to the point now where you're not actually allowed to camp here, and you're just going to have to ignore that person up there who obviously ignores the rules and has pitched themselves a camp along this track. There are only registered campsites left in this area, but yeah, 40 odd years ago you could camp anywhere along this riverbank, both sides, and there were plenty of spots to choose from. And it used to get pretty packed, but most of them were pretty secluded, so you were on your own. But unfortunately you can't do it anymore, and this is why I harp on a little bit about looking after our areas, because that is the reason why we have to look after them, because they do get shut down. For the younger generation, you'll never get to experience the legal right to camp in this area because it's all been shut down. The road in is all now bitumen, one-way system through there. This is now a seasonal four-wheel drive track, so it's only open in the summertime, and yeah, it's lost to the next generations of people that could have enjoyed this, and it's all because people don't look after what we have. So do yourself a favour, take out what you take in, leave a place better than what you found it, and these places could be open for generations to come. But never mind, let's just take in a good look at this place, and yeah, then we'll get going. So far so good. Track's probably deteriorated a little bit since the last time I did it with the crew a couple of years ago, but all in all, so far I would still class it as a beginner's track. Couple of spots if you're in a not modified or a non-modified four-wheel drive, like you haven't got a lift kit or anything like that, you probably need to stop and have a look, figure out the best way for you to tackle it. But all in all, they're pretty easy. If your vehicle is not that modified, just take the easier line. If your vehicle is modified and you want a challenge, then take the slightly harder line. But all in all, most of the lines are pretty simple. There is nothing to be scared of so far. Let's see what's down the track.
Anybody tell you it's gone way too far? No, nothing gonna help you when it falls apart. The prophets and the preachers told you, but you covered your ears, and now the
Here's another one of those little day use places that you could stop and have some lunch, or just stop and wander down. You can drive down here. Be a bit of a challenge getting back up again, but not that difficult. Yeah, another beautiful little spot that once upon a time you used to be able to camp by. So now would just be a day use spot, but yeah, check it out. Imagine just waking up next to this in the morning. It would be awesome. Such a shame you can't anymore. But yeah, beautiful little spot. Look. Now I will give you one tip that I reckon has never changed in the last 40 odd years, and that is that water is cold. It comes straight out of the bottom of the Wellington Dam, and it is freezing. I used to jump in there as a teenager and like, whew, it used to nearly kill me then. I wouldn't like to think what it would be like now. But yeah, what a gorgeous little spot. This the camera will never do this track justice, but you have to drive it to see it. But it is absolutely spectacular just to drive underneath the canopy of the trees. It is a little bit scratchy, but you know, you get that. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. All right, let's keep going.
Make a resolution, battle till you bleed. Prophets and the preachers warned you, but you waited too long, and now your chance is gone. Gonna tear it all down.
I just pulled into another one of those little specky spots along the way. This is another day use picnic area. Can't see any evidence of people camping. That is good. But the beauty about this part is, check this out. There are stairs going down to the water. And again, crystal clear, probably bloody freezing cold water. They do advise you don't dive in here because, as you can see, there are submerged logs. But yeah, what a cool spot, eh? Another good swimming spot on a hot summer's day. So yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of space down here. There's picnic tables, lots of place to park. It's quite level underneath the trees, lots of shade. So yeah, good little day use spot. Alright, I also stopped in here because I'm having trouble with my in-car camera mount again. It keeps falling off the window, so yeah, might have to revert to this camera after that. Alright, let's head back out. so yeah, that section there behind me, definitely something to get out and have a look at. There's a big hole on the right hand line, so you have to stay left. There's another hole down here, so yeah, certainly a section you should get out and have a look before you drive it. But yeah, not too bad coming down in low range first gear, just let the car do all the work and crawl down. So yeah, not too bad at all, but yeah, a little bit of a challenge. Right, cheers. Alright, seem to have fixed the camper mount, whether it's temporary or not. We will find out soon. If you suddenly fall to the floor, I do apologise. So yeah, this track's got just enough in it to keep it interesting. A few little rocky sections to climb over and think about, hence why you probably need a little bit of clearance down this track. I was contemplating bringing the wife's Forester down this track just to do a comparison, but given it's a bit tight and scratchy and lacks a bit of clearance, I think Carissa might kill me by the time I give it back to her, because it wouldn't quite look the same. But I reckon it'd go alright, but it'd probably have a few scratches and bruises, so you know, it's probably not the track for the Forry. But I guess if you're not that fussed about your car, you could bring it down, but you might struggle a little bit. You could probably pick some good lines through in an all-wheel drive. I know people that have done it in a standard all-wheel drive and have made it through, but yeah, alright, I'm at one of those spots that I think is really spectacular, so I'm just gonna pull over, send the drone up and show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, cheers. Now I'm hoping the camera does that view justice, because I'm down in a valley and the hill to my right, you can probably see out of the window, just keeps going up. It's a massive valley and down below is the mighty Collie River, but it is absolutely spectacular, that spot there. So the last time I did this track I didn't have the drone and I was kicking myself that I couldn't get a really good shot of that, so that's why I stopped that time. But yeah, that is a beautiful spot. Alright, I think I might be approaching another bit of a challenging hill descent, so yeah, looks alright. I'll just get out and check this one. Alright, nothing too serious, but again, if you're a beginner and unsure of yourself, this would be something you'd get out and have a look at. But all good. Just crawl down it, a couple of rocks to go over, nothing too serious, as Ice House once said. Oh, little hole, and there we go. Easy peasy, Albanese, as we say here in Australia. Alright, little hill to go back up again. Alright, might just have to get out and have a look at this and see what it's like. Alright, so just a closer inspection of this part of the track. It's got a few holes in it. Just got to have a look at which would be the best line for me. There's a big hole there. I might be able to straddle it or go around it. I haven't quite decided. I might go around it and come up through there, and up through that line there. Yeah, as I said before, there is a few sections along here. That last section there, definitely something to get out and look at. This section here, again, definitely something to get out and look at. So yeah, I think I might take the right hand line on this one. So this here is where the track pretty much, it doesn't end, but it splits. So to my left, your right, that track takes you to the big hill climb that way. And to my right, your left, that track, I believe, takes you out on the road. Never been that way before, so I'm going to take that way. Reason is, never been up there, but that basically takes you back up to the road. That's the way I'm going to go. So I'm going to end this section of Leonard's track here. So I'm going to go that way, and I'm going to find myself a campsite over near or on the edge of Wellington Dam, where I've got another video I've got to do, and I'll camp there the night and I'll do a bit of a cook up. So if there's nothing more exciting through here, I'll see you at camp. Alright, cheers guys. Alright guys, camp is all set up, so here's the obligatory cheers. There it is. Got the new swag. Looking forward to trying that out tonight. No point in doing a review on it because I haven't used it before. I have seasoned it, but this is my first time camping with it. So I have done a video while I was setting up on my camp setup, so you'll probably see that next week. In the meantime, I've got some spring rolls in the oven. It's past lunchtime, I'm guessing, but hey, I got all the time in the world. Look at that. What a view. Cheers. Time to go for a swim, as Tyler would say. Surprisingly warm. Alright guys, well it has made it to that time of the afternoon. I have just been spending the afternoon relaxing at camp, looking at that view, lying in the swag to the sounds of trail bikes, quad bikes, mini bikes, cars going past, boats going up and down. It's been awesome. But you get that when you're in a place where a few people camp, but that's all right. It seems to have subsided a little bit now, so I can do a cook on camera. So today's burger, or this episode's burger, is my take and when I say my take, it's my version, so it's not exactly the same, of the famous Whopper, the Hungry Jack's or Burger King, depending on whereabouts you live in the world, iconic Whopper. Now the Whopper is the only burger in their range that is a 4-inch patty on a 4-inch bun. Everything else is 3-inch patty, 3-inch bun. So if you didn't know that, you do now. So, but I'm going to do a Whopper with fries and a drink. All right, so it's a combo meal, my version of it, and I'm going to do something that I'm sure a lot of you guys out there do it too, but I've been doing it for years, so but we'll save that to the end. But anyway, I'm just going to get some chips on. So I'm going to put the chips in a pan, good old cold oil style, hoping I've got enough oil to cook these. Looks like I do. Just. That was perfectly measured. Some heat into those babies, and while they're cooking up, I'll get the rest of it ready. Alright, taking the chips out because they are done. Now there's a reason why I've had to do those first, and that is because I'm going to cook the rest of it on the hot plate. Whoops, I've just dropped one. Oh no. Alright, so there you go. There's the chips. They are done. I'll just put this over here. Hot plate on. There we go. Hot plate on. A little bit of oil. Let's see which way the current is going. Slightly backwards. That's all right. Chuck the onion on. Oops, a little bit more oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the chips in the corner here, just to keep warm. There is the patty. Put that on. Get some salt, which is in here. Chuck some salt over the chips. I'll turn that side off. Chips look so crunchy. Alright, let that cook up for a bit. Alright, so my Whopper, I've ordered a Whopper with cheese. So we better stick some cheese on it. Tend to fold the edges in on the cheese so it doesn't end up all over the hot plate. I think we'll go 2 slices. Traditionally there's 2 slices on a Whopper with cheese. And time from the bun. Now the beauty of the tip-top buns, oh, they used to be cut. They're not. Oh, I can do this. We have a sharp knife. There we go. One bun. Now I'm going to put a little bit of butter on it, just to help it toast up. It always toast up a bit better on a hot plate when you put butter on it. So. That on there. Alright, time to build the rest of this burger. Now we need a couple of bits of tomato, generally 2 slices of tomato on a Whopper. Okay, there's the lettuce. Now I normally order my Whopper minus pickle, but I don't actually mind these little pickled gherkins. The ones you get at Hungry Jack's are not the best, so I tend to order mine without it. So there is the pickle. Let's build this burger. Okay, first of all, meat patty. Cheese hasn't melted all that good. Onion, pickle, sauce. That's the bottom of the bun, or the bottom of the burger. Top of the burger. Mayo. Lettuce. Now I'm going to put a little bit of salt on that. Not that you would normally have salt on a Whopper, but mine will. There's the 2 bits of tomato. Now, This is a thing I've been doing for years, and you've got to try it. When you order your Whopper with fries, the fries go in the burger. This is non-negotiable for me. Don't knock it till you've tried it. They are awesome. Don't have to put them all in there. Just put some in there. I know some of you have been doing this for years as well. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And you have to put a little bit more sauce on because of the fries. Now, put the lid on. Get the rest of the fries. Bit more salt. My version of a Whopper and fries. Now, it is missing one thing. I ordered it in a meal, so there we go. Whopper, fries, ginger beer. And I'm going with the Bilsons. I'm trying the Bilsons now. It tastes very much like soft drink ginger beer, except it's alcoholic, so it's not bad. So there you go. Whopper with fries and a drink. Cheers. Alright guys, I'm going to get stuck into that before it goes cold. I might come back a little bit later when the lights are on, just to see what they look like, seeing as I haven't used them before, but apart from that, that's pretty much it. So see you a little bit later on while I enjoy that. Cheers. Alrighty, so it's almost dark, it's 8 o'clock, and GoPros are usually pretty crap at night, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to come up on camera behind me, but it looks alright on the screen. It's almost dark, but not quite dark, and these lights are shining quite bright. There's not a lot of insects around, so transforming to yellow isn't going to make much difference as far as the insects go, but we'll have a look at them. So there. So that would be the yellow, which is still not a bad light. They would be a little bit brighter in probably about half an hour's time. And I got one in the swag, and the good part about these is completely portable. If I want to get something out of the fridge, magnetic, attaches to the fridge cage, and I can get something out of the fridge. The other good thing about these things is they have a little bungee cord attached to the back of them. I don't know whether I'll just show that if that's coming up. There's a bungee cord attached to the back of them, which you can unclip, and basically that will then wrap around anything, or you can hang it from something. So I reckon they're really cool lights. I reckon they are well worth the money spent. Not that I know how much they cost, because they were a Christmas present. I think I got a fair idea, but yeah, they're pretty cool. I like those. Alright, that will be it for me for the night. Interesting to see how sleep goes in the new swag. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping to get a really good night's sleep, so I'll let you know how that goes in the morning. And yeah, I'm just going to sit back and relax for a little while, and then I'm going to probably hit the sack. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. I'm going to have pancakes on the barbecue plate tomorrow. Little tiny pancakes. I did them once before. They're really cool, and you just eat them straight off the barbecue plate. Awesome. So yeah. Alright guys, I'll see you in the morning. Cheers. Oh, good morning. It's a pretty good night's sleep actually. I'm quite impressed with this swag. It's a 65mm mattress. I actually measured it last night. So slightly thicker than the one I had before, so a little bit more comfortable. Plenty of room inside, and I do like the fact that it's got this single door rather than having to unzip the whole thing. So yeah, first impressions are it was pretty good. It was nice and cool in there last night. I just had the fly screen and the window open here, the rest of it closed up. So yeah, it was if I'd have zipped myself up in the sleeping bag I would have been roasting, yeah, I just slept on top of it, and as the morning grew on, it got a bit cooler. The hoodie on this morning because it is a little bit cool. So it is what, end of December, so it's summer. But the southwest of WA is always a little bit cooler than the rest of it. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea, bang some pancakes on the stove, and pack up and head on out of here. So yeah, I'll catch you a bit later in the morning. Cheers.
Underground for so long in the dark, I forgot how the sunlight feels. Hidden just out of reach, down below, waiting for time to reveal 100 new colors in me. Even if it takes 100,000 years to finally shine, unlike any other, something undiscovered, left to crystallize. Give it time, put it under pressure, hold it to the fire, a diamond in disguise, meant to shine. Rough around every edge, but unbreakable. Every flaw tells a story. The rarity, clarity, it's priceless and unlike anything they've seen. Pulled up to the surface from the dust. Even if it takes 100,000 years, I'll be enough. Shine, unlike any other, something undiscovered, left to crystallize. Give it time, put it under pressure, hold it to the fire, a diamond in disguise, meant to shine. One of a kind, a timeless design, catching your eyes. Shine, unlike any other, something undiscovered, left to crystallize. Give it time, put it under pressure, hold it to the fire, a diamond in disguise, meant to shine. Meant to shine. Meant to shine.
Alright guys, well that is pretty much it for this episode of WASOLO. Now that track coming out is not all that difficult. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but that was the edge of Wellington Dam. I'm pretty sure I did. I guess I'll find that out while I'm editing it. But yeah, all in all, not a bad little trip. Relaxing afternoon yesterday, just sitting there looking at that view, doing literally nothing. It was great. Having a few drinks and yeah, taking in the scenery and the noises of people having fun. So yeah, it was awesome. I did say Leonard's track I would consider a beginner's track. There are a few spots there that you would really have to think about it. So my advice would be take someone with you who knows what they're doing. Otherwise, if you feel confident enough, you could get through it by yourself as long as you've got some reasonable clearance and some decent off-road and a bit of common sense about you. So you should be fine. Alright guys, well I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching. To our Patreon supporters, thank you very much for your support. If you'd like to become a Patreon member, the link is down below in the description. Would appreciate all the help that you guys can give me to help create these videos. Another way you can help is go onto our website www.perth4before-adventures.com.au. Should be a whole pile of new merch there now, some patches, stickers, t-shirts with the new logo, so you can help support me by jumping on there and buying a few bits and pieces. Another goal of mine by the end of this year is to reach 5,000 subscribers. So if you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button now, and you can see this sort of content every fortnight, and sometimes it will be weekly when we have a long running trip. Okay, thank you so much guys. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you on our next adventure. Cheers.